Hey there, this is John Barton from JB Cases. So real quick, I got to show you guys a case that's getting ready to go out. This case here is very special. This is reminiscent of the cases that were used in the 60s. We call it our history models. So the old Brunswick, A.E. Schmidt style cases, they kind of came along sort of like patterned after the fly fishing rod cases and so on. It's a very old style of case making, this method of making cases. So it's basically really simple. It's just leather kind of wrapped around a form. In the old days, they used cardboard, and they would glue it to the cardboard, and then they would kind of wet form it, and then they would just sew up one edge like this, as you can see, and then sew a bottom on. Now, what we've done to modernize these cases is we put a plastic tube inside, and we make it where nothing can impact the bottoms from the inside, because the old days they used to tear them up at the bottom. So because the cues would come in and they'd constantly bang on the threads, and eventually the threads would give way, and so a lot of these cases didn't survive because of that. So we expect these cases to survive pretty much for a lifetime with with decent care. But it's basically a very simple case, as you can see. Just a nice simple handle here, very lightweight. Simple shoulder strap right here, nothing big or fancy on there. And then these right here, this is pretty cool. This is a buckle lid latch on here, and so you open it up like this, and then you just give yourself some slack and pull the lid up, and it's got a nice tight fit right there, so you can see how that goes. I know you guys can't really see in there, but that's a 2x4 in here. And if you happen to want to carry it by the top latch here, there's two settings on here that you can put it on, and you can get a little bit of a handle on there, so you can set it on the lower one right here like this. And when you do that, you will actually you'll get a little bit of a handle on here, so you can carry it like that from the top. That's also the way they used to design it in the old days. And if you want it snugged all the way down, then you'll go down to the next loop down here, and you'll notice that's a little bit cumbersome to do that, but that's, it's again a nod to the old days. But it's a buckle latch right there, so that's how that works. And then you got it down, snugged down, and you can still grab it by the handle a little bit right there, but there you go. So we have our logo on this side, as you can see, JB Cases, and this was done in October of 2017. Now, I did a little inscription on here because this particular case is going to a charity event for a person who's pretty sick and needs some funds for recovery. So it's going to the American Mosconi Cup team. Oscar Dominguez asked me if I would do this, and he's going to try and have all the teams sign it, and maybe if we get lucky, the European team will sign it too for this year, and then they're going to auction it off or do something like that with it. But I wrote on here, I put a little tag, I made a tag, and I said, this case is similar to what Willie Mosconi carried during his career, and we hope that it brings you many years of use and protection. JB Cases, so you guys can see that right there. So so that was just a real simple little laser engraving tag that we did on there, but we hope that we do hope that whoever ends up with the case, they really enjoy it, and they understand the history behind it. So anyway, good luck to the American team. Got to root for the home team this year for the Mosconi Cup. And just remember, if you guys want a case that pays tribute to those that the greats of our sport carried back in the old days, then you can get a history style case from JB Cases, and we'll be happy to make it for you. Thank you very much, and everybody play well, good rolls, and fight hard. Bye-bye.